Hello, welcome back to another MT Doctrine, and this one I'm going to talk about the new era of what it takes to be a celebrity. Times have changed. Now, I'm part of a different generation. I'm part of what you would call Generation X. Before was the baby boomers, so I'm not a baby boomer, I'm not that old, but I'm part of Generation X. So we're living in the era where we are around a lot of millennials, a lot of young people, 18 to 26 to 30 years of age. And being a celebrity is very different. Paris Hilton, she's a celebrity. Kim Kardashian, she's a celebrity. Her family is a celebrity. But tell me one thing credible that you know that they actually have done. Okay, they really can't sing, they can't act, they never done anything scientific, they never did anything in terms of technology. Give me something to work with here. They are not known for any of that. There's even a lot of YouTubers that make their channels with a lot of juvenile, silly, immature type content. And they're famous from that. So for me, that's different because being a celebrity in my generation meant that you have contributed some type of valuable skill. Something that, wow, like Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston, Elvis. Those are people that had a particular talent. And you could identify that. You're like, oh yeah, they could sing or they can act. Meryl Streep, yeah, she can act. That makes sense why she got this Oscar or she gets these type of roles. That makes sense. But that is completely different in the era of the millennials that we currently exist in today. So what sparked my interest of creating this video was I saw a movie recently called The Bling Ring. And it had Emma Watson in it. And it's a good movie. Very educational. It gave me a good understanding on the world that I live in. What defines a celebrity and the desire of wanting to be significant. Remember, that is one of the acts of human aggression. So very quickly, if you are not aware of the Bling Ring, that is based on actual events that has happened in the Hollywood area. And what that movie is about and the actual events is that there were a group of rich kids or wannabe rich kids that wanted that lifestyle. And they would break in to celebrities' houses. They broke into Paris Hilton's house like 5 times or something like that. Lindsay Lohan, Orlando Bloom, and other actors and actresses that I don't even know their names or what they're known for. I think one of them is Rachel Bison, was played in the movie, what did they play it in? Jumper. That was a good movie too. Anyway, and of course I find it interesting that these houses, they're not locked. The sliding door is open. There's no alarm system. Now some of them had security cameras. That's nice. You don't set your alarm system. And some of them do have alarm systems. Maybe that's a flaw, but regardless of that. But this is based on actual events, and yes, they were caught, and they were given very light sentences in terms of their punishment. Interesting. I'm curious if other people of minorities, if they would have broken into these people's houses, what kind of punishment would they had? Because these particular kids, they stole over $3 million worth of stuff. They stole money. They stole particular type of clothes of different fashion designers, which I had never heard of. And in that movie, I noticed a lot of particular things. But there was one particular scene in that movie that caught my interest. And it defines what it really takes, or what it means to be a celebrity. In the movie, there was a scene where they broke into Paris Hilton's house for the very first time. And I think it was her actual house. Paris Hilton was also in the movie. So of course it made sense to have her house showcased in the movie itself. And I remember it was just two of them, like two of the people who broke in, the kids, and they were going up the stairs. And all over the walls were pictures of Paris Hilton. For all the cover, the magazine covers of pictures that she was on. And I never heard of half these magazines. I mean, it's like all over the place. And they're all framed of magazine covers with Paris Hilton on the face of that cover, on those covers, all over the wall. And I saw that and I'm like, interesting. You got a lot of magazine covers, but no accolades, no respectable achievements. Where's the respectable college degree at? The Oscar, the Nobel Peace Prize. Where are those things at? Oh yeah, she doesn't have them. I guarantee you go to one of the Kardashians' house, and maybe the Kardashian TV show, they show that, I don't know. What do they have on their walls, on their nightstand? I mean, in my walls, I have all my achievements that I've received in the IT field. And I take that with pride. I worked hard doing that. What do they have? Oh, I was on a magazine cover. Let's frame it and put that on the wall. That is how you define recognition as a celebrity, as a millennial. Very tedious type of actions. That's basically what she was very proud of. Oh, I'm on this magazine cover. Let me just put this up on the wall now because I'm so proud of that moment. And of course, we agree with it because we support her or whatever it is, and she gets money from that. Same for the Kardashians. Now, I'm not hating on Paris Hilton. She is in the great time period, the right place, the right time, the right everything that made her this celebrity in this new era that we live in. Now, if she came around in my time period, she would have not gotten that far at all because it was based on skills. It's based on real talent. And I guess for me, that's kind of hard because I usually see success as people that has really deserved it. And yes, it's hard for me to see how they deserve it. But that observation in the movie was very interesting. When you see the movie, pay attention to that. It happens in the beginning of the film where they're walking up the stairs and you see nothing but pictures and magazine covers of Paris Hilton on the wall, but there's nothing else credible anywhere in her house that is respectable in the community or respectable in the world. So I figured out exactly what does it take to be a celebrity in today's world. Actually not that hard. I'm going to tell you what they are. Number one, now this may sound condescending, like I'm poking fun at these people, and maybe I am, but I'm being really serious about this. I'm a very serious person, so there's nothing to joke around about this. But the first thing that a celebrity usually does is that they're known for nothing. Now, there's the occasional talent that comes up, and I'm happy about that because, like, yay, people are looking at true talent, so I get happy about that. People give Justin Bieber a hard time. I hope I said his name right, Justin Bieber. They give him a hard time, but I'm like, well, he has some singing talent. Okay, I'll give him credit for that. At least he has something. You know, give me something to work with here. I mean, that's all I'm asking about. Yes, he may not be the best person on the planet. He does very irrational, bad things, but at least he has some talent. But in general, what I see in most celebrities, that they are known for doing nothing. Another thing that I see celebrities do, and I actually wrote it up here because I want to make sure I say it perfectly. perfectly though, because it's good. But this is another thing of being a celebrity, and that is doing silly, mindless, childish things like sex tapes, creating humorous, goofy YouTube channels with no value, no intelligence in the making of the content. Yes, PewDiePie, Jenna Marbles, they fall under this particular category. Music videos like What Does the Fox Say? That speaks for itself. Talent shows like American Idol or America's Got Talent. People would go up there with no talent and they can't sing or act, and they're doing that on purpose because they want their 15 minutes of fame. Because guess what? That can make you famous. Case in point, William Hung. That made him famous. So why wouldn't anyone else do the exact same thing? There are reality shows. Honey Boo Boo. That's a reality show. The Kardashians, that's a reality show. The Real Housewives of XYZ City. They're very, very dumb shows. Now shoot, now you can't do a reality show for my house because it'd be too boring. I think these people are dramatic. I think they're just doing all these things in these reality shows to get the attention, to get the ratings, to make them celebrities. What else we got here? Basically doing controversial, wild things. That also gets you a lot of attention. So like if you say something mean, that can also get you become very famous. And that kind of sucks for me though, because I don't do none of these things here. I mean, I don't really do silly things. I'm too old for that. Maybe that's my problem. I don't believe in doing childish things. I'm very serious. I've been like this since I was in high school. I believe in structure and order. I think that's why I like Christopher Nolan. People call Christopher Nolan a serious, mature director. And his movies are very mature and serious, but they're very good. The Dark Knight, Inception. I like movies like that. I like movies with some intelligence that has some kind of maturity behind it. I like that. I like that a lot. Yes, I don't really... I did watch one of the videos, the YouTube channels for PewDiePie. He did a video on Flappy Bird fails. Flappy Bird, like why it's not good. Oh my goodness, that is the dumbest video I've ever seen. And I'm watching this thing going, holy cow, this has 23 million views. He has 31 million subscribers, and this is garbage. He's using a lot of profanity, so I would never have my child watch that. Do you have to cuss every single second? You can't control yourself? Okay, yes, he's a millennial. Is that what millennials do? You just cuss every single second? It's okay to say a bad word here and there. I do that a lot. So I'm not trying to condemn that. But I think he was trying to be funny. He was using, like voices like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, are you 10 or are you 20 something? I don't know. But people find that entertaining. So I'm in trouble because I can never do nothing like that. And reality shows, well, my life is pretty boring. I run my business. I pick up my kids. I do homework with my kids. I give them extra schoolwork and give them extra tutoring that they need. I watch some TV shows. I watch movies on the weekend. My life is pretty boring. Our family is very boring. So that won't work as a reality show. And in terms of a talent show, well, my skills is with technology and with being organized. Not really a talent that I would go on a show. But I would never be on a show if I cannot sing or act, if that is the intention of the show. So once again, I'm in trouble as well. And doing controversial, wild things. Well, that's a very childish thing to do. And the example of that is like doing like sex tapes or things like that. That's not what I do. That's a very juvenile thing to do. That's not a smart thing to do. It's not an intelligent thing to do. So I don't see Albert Einstein saying, let me do a new picture of myself. That's a very good thing for me to do right now. So, yes. So that's basically the main thing of what it takes to be a celebrity. And I think that if you are a millennial and these are things that you love and you find entertaining and passionate, then you are on the right track of being a celebrity in this new age that we live in. Oh yeah, there's one more thing that celebrities do, but it's not really a celebrity in the context of what you see as a celebrity, but it gets you the recognition, or it gets you the significance of being famous. And that is doing bad things. Elliot Rodgers, he was just a normal person just like you and I. He made a lot of different video blogs about how girls don't like him and that he's awesome and so on and so forth. But when he started killing people and wounding people, we started talking about him then, didn't we? The news, me, we are all talking about him. Where before, we weren't talking about him. But he does something bad, we're talking about him. That's probably why people do controversial things. They probably do it on purpose. That's probably why people wear very controversial Halloween costumes. It gets people talking. You're on the news. That could give you a potential opportunity for other opportunities to make you famous. And being famous can get you a lot of money. It can get you a lifestyle that is way better than the life that we live, I guess, right now. Being a celebrity is awesome, right? You get to travel, you get to have the good life. Well, my life is good too, so I might not be a celebrity, but I like the life that I live. I don't want to be filthy rich. I want to be comfortable. I want to live a comfortable lifestyle, and that does not require me to be a millionaire. But hey, maybe because I'm getting older, I think that way. And young people, they don't think that way. That was another component in the movie, The Bling Ring. That the ringleader of that. She wanted that lifestyle so bad. She was addicted. She was a fanatic over Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan was her idol. I'm like, okay, that actually explains a whole lot. But I can't be mad at her. She knows what she wants. She made a choice that she wants that lifestyle, so she would actually steal to get that lifestyle. Well, the risk is you could get caught and go to jail, and that's what happened. We call that consequences. You see, everything that I talk about in the MT Doctrine, it comes back full circle. Because again, I really understand human beings and how we really act. And maybe it's not that hard. You probably thought about the exact same thing. So that's why the Bling Ring technically represents the movie of this current generation. When I see all of this in terms of what defines a celebrity and what millennials find enjoying, it's a little sad for me, to be honest with you. And not for me, but knowing that my kids, this is basically what they will be looking at for their mentors. These are their heroes. My son, he is almost 10 years old. So he's not a millennial. He's a Generation Z. There's no fancy word for that generation yet. But his mentors will be the millennials. Well, there's a YouTube channel that he really, really likes. He likes Stampy Longnose or something like that. He does Minecraft videos and he has like 4 million subscribers. My son just loves Stampy Longnose. I mean, he loves this guy. He got a shirt of Stampy. We got a shirt for him. I'm not trying to advertise for the guy, but he looks up to him. And of course, you know, he plays all his videos. He knows when the videos are coming out and he watches them. and I hear the videos. And me, of course, I'm like thinking to myself, why is he a mentor to him exactly? Because he's acting like the other channels that I see on YouTube that has high numbers of subscribers. So I asked my son, I said, why do you like this person? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to, criticize you. I just want to I want to understand this particular generation. Why do you find him entertaining? Why do you find him interesting? Why do you look up to someone like him? And of course, he's young, so he didn't really give me a very direct answer, but he says, because he does a lot of cool things. I said, okay. He does a lot of cool things. I said, well, like what? Oh, he makes these kind of Minecraft things, and that gives me ideas for what I could do. Okay. So maybe that's what the millennials are doing. Maybe what they're doing is that they are using their imagination. They're being creative. That what they're doing is you don't have to be super brain smart, a scientist, a mathematician. You don't need to have all of that. You can just use your imagination and just do whatever that comes naturally. And doing that could empower the younger generation, the Generation Z, to also be empowered to be creative, and that creativity could create something that is fantastic. Maybe that's what happened with Mark Zuckerberg. He's a millennial. Maybe that's what happened. And he did Facebook. I don't find Facebook valuable, but that's some serious chops for what he did. I respect that. Just because I don't like Facebook doesn't mean that I don't think that's a very good product. That's a good product. That's someone contributing something like that to our society. That gives a thumbs up in my book. That is a talent, a skill that he has contributed. So maybe that's what that means. So that's why when I really talk about millennials, I'm not insulting you. I'm trying to understand you. Trying to understand that the things that you do, why do you do it? Why does that inspire you? And why doesn't something else inspire you? Now, I did tell my son that. I said, well, why isn't this particular channel here, which has like 2,000 subscribers, but has a lot of good scientific videos, and he likes space and science. I said, why don't you watch that channel? It's like, just a lot of, it's a lot of words going on. I don't know. It's a work in progress. Okay. I am done. So that basically is the new era of what it takes to be a celebrity. Now, that doesn't mean that if you do those exact things that I talked about, that you will be a celebrity overnight. It's all about the right timing, the right place, the people that you know. Everything has to align perfectly. If it was easy, then everybody would be a celebrity. And obviously, that is not the case. Thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Please subscribe to this channel. We got a whole bunch of other videos that I'll be making. Got a lot of different ideas, a lot of different topics based on what's going on in the news, in movies, all of that. Again, this is part of the MT doctrine, the analysis and the understanding of the human behavior, of the aggressive things that we, all of us, do. Please subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next time.